Okay, so I'm gonna lay this out here. I don't know anything about Harleys or motorcycles in general. It's just like taking the reflectors and chain guards off your BMX bike when you're a kid. All this shit, it's gotta go. It's cramping my style. And then eventually I have a chain conversion to put on here, mainly just finding the time. I got this motorcycle lift and I've never used it, so figured I'll put a fresh oil change on this thing before the season, get that knocked out, pull off some stuff. I got a new tail light for it, smaller, like bullet style. I think I might chop up this fender, mount that up here, get rid of this bulky dorky rear fender. I don't know what I'm doing, so we'll see. Okay, I got the chain guards off. Definitely gonna need to shave stuff off the frame to clean things up eventually. I also just took off the, I don't know if they're supposed to be heat shields or like beauty, I don't know, some chrome pieces to make the exhaust look nicer. I don't really know. They're kind of thick, so maybe they are heat shields too, but they're kind of gross because you can see the hose clamps in certain areas. They're all kind of crusty and rusty, so I'd say it's definitely better without. I might have some exhaust too to extend that. I don't know if I really like the 2-into-1 sound on this, so maybe I'll build something or find something cheap. I don't really care to spend a bunch of money on that, to be honest, but it's definitely looking better. I like things to be pretty stripped down. Okay, I haven't even gotten to changing the oil yet, but things have taken a little turn. I think I'm gonna chop this fender up. I have also another seat to test out. Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is yet, but I think I'm gonna fit up my new taillight that I have. Might chop this thing. I'm not sure what kind of angle I'm gonna do yet. I don't even know, but I'm gonna go from there, get that pulled off, and then see what I'm working with. I'll have to do some new wiring for this, shorten it up a little bit. It looks like it'll be fairly easy to shorten that up. I may not even have to cut it, maybe just loom it all together. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so messing around with this. This is the new like cafe style seat that I have for it. I think it's sweet. I don't know if it works with the style. I don't even know what style I'm looking for, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I really enjoy the seat that I had on it, but I really want to shorten this fender up, and the other seat mounts back here, and I'd like to get the new taillight mounted back here about right there, and the other seat would be in the way of that. Otherwise this would then be mounted down here and it'd kind of be aimed downwards. So I don't know if this seat that I got that I've been using is going to work, because I'd like this to be aimed pretty horizontal. I think if it's aimed down it'll look a little goofy, so the cafe seat may be what I'm going to go with here. Okay, so I'm going to lay this out here. I don't know anything about Harleys or motorcycles in general. I see a bunch that I think look sick. A lot of different style ones I think look sick. And then I see a bunch that I don't think look that great at all. And to be honest, since I'm not too familiar with motorcycles, I couldn't tell you what it is that makes some look cool to me and what makes ones look not cool to me. So I've been playing around, learning little by little about what it is that makes one look cool to me and what doesn't. So gradually with this, I'm tweaking stuff and realizing, like, for example, I put a tank riser on there. I think like 2 inches of riser. And honestly, I don't think that's the look I like. I actually think I like the tanks that sit real low, close to the top of the heads on the motor, for a more like low profile look. So I'm probably gonna drop that down. I can only go down so much because I think the tunnel is actually quite low on these, so eventually I might get a different tank that has a higher tunnel to drop it down more. Just stuff like that. I'm learning little by little, but yeah, we'll see where it takes me here. So now the fender's off. I'm probably gonna have to chop these, chop it back probably to that bolt there, so I won't need anything hanging off farther than that. Decided I'm probably just gonna use the cafe seat. I'll have a little bit of fender left back here just to mount the taillight. Right now it's a little jacked up. I actually have shorter springs and shocks back here. Kind of looks like it would be cool if I did a longer shock and spring and did kind of like a cafe style on this thing. That wasn't the original intention, but I think those look sweet, so I'm definitely considering it now. I dropped the tank down, ditched the risers. This is as low as it can go. I think it'd be sweet with something with a higher tunnel and get the tank dropped down just a little bit more. Be more sleek looking, especially with a cafe type race style look to it. I mean, hell, even if I threw some knobby tires on this thing, have a sweet like scrambler look to it. Okay, so I got this whole new idea. I got the front fender that's been down in my basement, taking up space. It's a lot more slim. I just flared out these brackets, otherwise it wouldn't fit around the tire, but I think I'm gonna maybe try and use that. I think it looks pretty slick. It'll mount up, it'll be about that high. Try to figure out if it'll look okay with these big brackets right there or not. But I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to mess around with it some more. It's all just kind of placed on there right now, but I think something like that could be pretty cool. Kind of like a little moto look to it. Kind of flat track style in a way. Love the flat track bikes. I think I might move. This all seems really strong steel, so I think I could even move the shock mount to share that hole. It'll be more vertical. Be pretty sick. We'll see. Okay, I got it somewhat mocked up. This will be kind of probably what the final should look like for the most part. Gonna chop this here, probably drill a hole here just to get 2 mount points on that. I haven't mounted the light or anything yet. Still got to figure out the wiring. Should be real easy. And then I can loom that and run it up under the fender. I still got to drill a hole for that so I can run the wire through and get a grommet on there. But other than that, I think this is probably what it should be looking like once I get done. Hopefully can square that up by the end of the day tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, so had to drill a few holes in the new fender. This is the mount for the back of the seat. This is to run the harness to. I got a hole here. This came with a bolt that will come up through the fender tighten that down. And then I'll have to drill 2 more holes, one right here and one here, to mount that down. The license plate will go right here. Still haven't got around to this yet, and chopping this. I think I'm gonna get everything together, and then I'm probably gonna ride it for a little bit before I chop all this off, just to make sure we're good and I didn't screw anything up real bad to where I still need it. I don't think I will, but also I went through the wiring. All I need here on this harness is the red with yellow stripe and the blue wire, and the red will go to the red on this, the blue will go to the black, and the red is the running light with key on, and the black with the blue wire is the brake, and then that will light up the brake light. So pretty basic, real easy. I busted out the voltmeter. I mean, even an idiot can figure that out. I'm not a wiring specialist by any means, and it only took me a few minutes to sort that out. Okay, we got the taillight working. That's the running light, which is way brighter than the stock one, which is pretty cool. Let's see if I can record this and press the brake. There's the brake light. So pretty cool. Definitely brighter than what was on there, so a little bit safer. Keep me from maybe getting run over. I don't know, people don't pay attention anyways. Okay, go figure. The hole to mount the tail light in was blocked by this, I guess it's just the mount, but it wraps all the way through, so I had to notch this so the bolt can actually sit flush. Otherwise it was kind of like right on the edge. A little bit of a pain, but should be fine, and it's still structural because this is all still, I don't know if that's like mounted or mounted with a weld or what that is, but oh, it's like a rivet, so that'll be fine. This piece is out, a little hot still. That'll do. Okay, so decided to chop it here, and then I think I'll chop the bracket here, so it just I ditch all this. That should be pretty strong. I don't see a problem with that. It'll clean everything up to where I don't have all this. It's kind of gaudy looking, so I'll ditch all that. It should be plenty strong. Okay, so ended up knocking this out tonight. Everything's bolted up. I'm gonna ride it for a minute, and then I'll end up trimming this a little later. But now I can finally get to the oil change that I initially put this thing on the lift to do. Probably do that tomorrow. I'm sure I don't need to take a video of that. Everyone probably knows how to do that. I've actually never done it on this bike before, so I don't know how to do it, but can't be that hard. Looks like the filter's right there. Drain plug is probably under there somewhere. So cool, looks sick, pretty stoked. Looks kind of rowdy. Looks like I can play around on it.